value is not equal to the price. In the immortal words of the sage of Omaha, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So what you have to think about is, where am I in a value versus price perception? So if we look at the market cycle, because markets run in wonderful cycles, we start out with euphoria. That wonderful time, anybody remember 2006? People were paying ridiculous amounts of money for anything. Another great time was 2000 with the dot-com. I mean, you just had to have a business plan to get the money. So we were in a euphoria stage. After that, things start falling in the prices. And the next thing we get to is wishing and hoping we'd sold when we were in the euphoria stage, but we held on. Things get worse. We have high inventories, decreasing profits, and now we hate ourselves. Why the hell did we sell? And the market goes on. Then we get capital. We start to stop spending capital because we're not making so much money. And now we're just miserable. And then interest rates fall because the government's trying to boost it. And we're into fear. And there's high unemployment. We can all remember those days, right? 2010, it was a wonderful time. Then things start picking up again. And prices rise. We start to have doubts. Is this really the recovery? Is the business going to make it? Profits start improving. Now we've got concerns about growth. We have enough money to get by. We start spending money, and inflation starts rising, and we're into the greed stage, and life is good, and we are now going to sell. So what does this mean for selling your business? Well, if we look at it, after the euphoria stage, in this point, you just got to protect your business. Make sure you're collecting your cash. At the bottom, depending on how bad the recession is, you got to preserve it because it may not survive. As you come out of the fear, you got to invest, be contrarian. When everybody's selling, time to invest. Buy assets which are cheap, invest. And then you sell. That's when you want to sell. So at this point, people are paying you a lot more than the value. If the value's 10, they'll probably pay you 15. I was at a conference the other day. Multiples up, people are doing silly deals. What I say to people, if you think you're selling at this time, bite their hand off and take the money and run. Don't wait. However, if you don't plan for things, this cycle takes about 8 to 10 years to go through. It may take longer, depending on what industry you're in. And in the immortal words of a friend of mine, markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay sober. So, if you're here and you've got to sell because you're 60 and you don't want to wait 10 years, what are you going to do? You've missed this window. So you have to plan for these things.